You know, why the hell not? Why not give Sonic a kart racing game once again? Sonic Drift turned out a bit more than crappy, but more kart racers is not necessarily a bad thing. Does it make sense here? No, not really, although I do find the idea pretty amusing that Sonic being strapped to a car is more of a handicap than anything else. So is Mario Kart Wii even an original idea, since everyone loves to point out the fact that Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing is not? No, not at all. I'm pretty sure that game follows the exact same formula laid out by Double Dash on the GameCube, which was an evolved version of Mario Kart 64, and so on and so on. Why the hell shouldn't Sega try to give Nintendo a run for their money? Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing is a success. The game controls exactly the same as Mario Kart and requires only the slightest adjustment for getting used to the controls, from the power slide which leads you to a boost to the items which work exactly the same. It's all there. Frankly, I could not care less for company originality when it comes to kart racing, and so I am all for this. The track designs are stellar with a lot of aerial movement, and the techno aesthetics can really bring you into the mood of the game. You can tell the visuals seem a bit inspired by F-Zero GX on the GameCube, which is another game by Sega. If we're going to address the pink elephant in the room, as if we haven't already, I would say that Mario Kart Wii had some of the highest quality tracks between these two games, but that Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing has a better average of tracks between the two. Moving on though, a problem I think that plagues many racing games is that by the time you hit lap 3 or so on any race, the gameplay gets a bit repetitive due to the fact that you are essentially repeating the same courses time and time again. Playing Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing though, I did not feel any of this bitterness, which is definitely saying something. Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing has gotten a lot of unfair criticism due to the complaint that it is a poor carbon copy of Mario Kart. Most of this is unwarranted though, and if we're really going to dig into it, I believe most people claim to enjoy Mario Kart a whole lot more than they actually do. Or if they do really enjoy Mario Kart, I will go out on a limb and say that many people feel this way primarily just because it's Mario who's strapped to that go-kart. Not that Mario Kart is bad, just that critics tend to go a whole lot softer when it comes to our beloved Nintendo products. The challenges in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing are fun, and I enjoyed my attempts in trying to S-rank them all. The difficulty balance for it is just perfect. I also had a lot of fun playing online. There's not a whole lot more you can do besides, straight up racing, but it can get very heated and fun. It's also extremely nice to be able to play a kart racer online and actually be able to communicate with people in a meaningful way. I know, low blow, but it's true. If there's anything in this game that's straight up better than Mario Kart Wii, besides the online, it's the weapons. There is no blue shell, and that is a godsend. Hey, it turns out that removing completely game-breaking weapons do not completely ruin the fun of sporadic kart racing. Huh. Who would have thought? Sure, you can tragically get screwed over on occasion, and everyone has their own special moves that can be true game changers, but the random insanity is much more in check, which leads to an ultimately more enjoyable game. Is it a jackass move to be referencing Mario Kart during the entire review? Perhaps, but my review, I can do whatever I want, and let's not kid ourselves, it's exactly what you'll be doing as well, so I'm not going to be ignoring this factor. I know specifically well that this is what everyone is going to be wondering about, and so that is what I talk about. Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing is an extremely fun kart racing game. I have a few nitpicks, such as how sometimes you'll have difficulty making visual sense of where a turn is going because everything is so flashy, but that's usually something you'll get over very quickly. A few more tracks would have been nice as well, but I can live with what we've got. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing for the Xbox 360 receives a 9 out of 10.